Yeah, hello everyone. So today we are going to continue where we stopped yesterday due to, well, technical issues. Yeah. So yesterday we were talking about, we stopped at spread operators or spread syntax, however, but we're talking about the structuring and spread. We talked a lot about the structuring, and then close to the end, I think we stopped around this spread operator to copy object. Yes, we did this. And yes, we already did this. Ah, that means we even finished it. Interesting. Wow. Let me make sure I'm right. Yeah, we did this. We did to copy. Yeah. That means we actually finished it. So copy array to copy object. Yes, we talked about that. Oh yes, modifying. Yes, this was very well. Modifying or changing the object while copying. Modifying or changing the object while copying. So before, okay, please mute your mic, please. Thank you.
Mm.
Okay. Okay, so we said that we can actually copy an object or clone an object. Yeah, I think that's the best word. That's a better word for it. So we can clone an object. Let's say we have an object. Let me use obj is equal to um, number. We have 7. Then we have time. We have 10 p.m. Let me just put everything as a string in short. 10 p.m. So if you have an object like this and want to clone this object, instead of typing new object this and that, you can just create another variable. This time let's call it obj clone, and then we will spread the original inside. We will create an object that is this curly brackets, and then after that we spread our original object inside of it. That is three dots, 1 2 3, and then obj. This. So if I say obj clone, you see obj clone now looks exactly the same like our object, but it is now a new object of its own. It's like a clone of this original. But now you can work on this clone, and anything you do to this clone is not going to affect the original. What you have just done is you have copied this object and you have pasted it here. This is like a new file or a new folder. So this is also another folder. So you copied what is inside the old folder and pasted it in the new folder. In that new folder now you can do anything you want, and then it will not affect the folder, the original folder itself, because it's just a clone. Yeah, so there's that for that. That was what we did last. I just said I should, go back. So now we talk about the next thing is to talk about modifying an array, modifying an object while copying. Yeah. And this is an example here. In other words, let's say now we want to copy this, but this one has just number and time. Let's say we want to add location to it. So after copying, we say, okay, we want to copy this, everything inside this, we want to spread it. And then after spreading it, we also want to add, you put a comma, that is okay. After you copy this original object, comma, add, let's say, location, the key location with a value of, let's say, northeast. So as you can see now, this object clone will now contain the object which I spread and also the new information that I added. So that's how you can modify while also copying at the same time using what do you call it? Using spread operators. So they are so useful. You can use them for almost any type of data. For almost any type of data. And yes, yes, yes. I think that was the end actually. And then spread operator with arrow functions. We talked about this when we were discussing objects. Sorry, when we were discussing functions. But well, let's talk about it again. I won't really go deep into it because if you have questions concerning this, go and watch our video on functions. So we said if we have an arrow function, okay, let me start from yeah. If we have an arrow function, let's say the name of the function is exemplar, or let me just say model function. That should be cool. And this is an arrow function. So now let's say when we want to call this function, we want to pass in a list of parameters, and we do not know how many parameters we are going to pass. For example, here when they were calling it, where is it? When they were calling it, as you can see, they used one, two, three. They called in using one, two, three, four, five, using five data or whatever it is. It can be even different types of data or whatever. But we don't know the number the number of data we are going to pass. Let's say this time I don't even know the type, but let's just focus on the number now. We don't know the number whether the person is going to pass in just two, or the person is going to pass in three, or four, or five, or six, or seven, or eight, or nine, or 10, and so on. If we want to work on it, but now if we want to work on each and every one of this, let's say we want to um, add them together. For example, we want to add in the number of parameters that our person calls, our user calls, or that we are going to call later on. You can just say um, you have to pass in the parameter as spread here. So your parameter is going to take a spread syntax. Let me tell you, your parameter is going to take a spread syntax, and you can name it anything. But the most popular thing you see online is ARG, which basically stands for argument. And the reason they use ARG is because if it was not an arrow function, if it was just a normal function, if it was just a normal function, we would have had to use the object argument. The object argument, it takes an array of all the functions. But when we are using arrow functions, we cannot use this is not available for us. This is only available for the let me call it regular or traditional functions. But when we use arrow functions, this we cannot use this. We cannot use this argument object. So the way around or the workaround for it is using the spread syntax. So this now is going to take something that I can call an array of whatever the person inputs, as you see here. And in this place too, it did the same thing. It's like taking an array of whatever the person inputs. So each time now, this ARGS is going to represent one of this. If we try now in our own case, we have 10 numbers. If let's say we try to console.log ARG, the 10 of them. Can you see? The ARG is now like an array. The ARG is now like an array. Like I said, it's like an array of my inputs. So I can work on each and every one of them as if they were an array, as if it was an array. As you can see, their output there also was an array. So, okay, let me use this to ask a question. I want to add, this is an array now. This ARG, because use a spread syntax here, it has turned all my inputs, whether it is 11 or no matter how many they are, to an array. Let's say I want to add all of them together. Can someone give me a way out? I want to add all of them. How do I do that? I want to add all the numbers inside this array. Guys, help me out. Using array methods, we did that. We talked about higher order functions 2 or 3 classes ago. Guys, guys, I want to get the sum of everything inside this array. I was expecting like 7 or 10 people to start shouting at once that they want to contribute. How do you add elements in an array, people? I'll call names. So, Mr. Bethel, can you hear me?
Yeah, my line is breaking. That's why.
Okay, it's weak. So we want to add, we use the spread syntax as our parameter. And because of that, it will take all each and every input that we have while calling the function. It will take them in as an array. And this time around, we have numbers. So how can we get the sum of these numbers using array methods?
For me, this dot concat. Try using the concat method.
Concat to get the sum.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 How do you want us to use the concat method?
That's what I'm trying out here. Give me a minute.
It's not going to be concat. Let me just save your time there.
Hello,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Someone wants to bail you
Yeah,
out.
yeah. I was thinking of for in loop before, but we needed to declare another variable. It also can use reduce method.
Okay. Reduce method. So how do we use the reduce method?
Um, I'll give you to do that. You declare a variable, or do you want to console the log it once?
No, anyhow you want it.
Let's declare a variable. Like
Are you sure? Okay, let's declare a variable. What should be the name of the variable?
let's sum.
I've
Sum is
declared it.
equals sum is equals um sum is equals okay bracket um a a
Wait, what are you trying to do?
comma okay arg dot reduce, sorry, before that bracket. No, model function, but
You said
what's the name of
ARG?
the
Or what are you saying?
i'm I'm trying to get the name of the variable that is holding those arrays.
Is ARG?
Model function.
This is the name.
Yeah, arg is the parameter, not the parameter.
So what you want the name of the function itself? Hmm?
Yes.
Why do you want to use the name of the function itself? When you are working on array methods, what is the method is for which object? When we are
Okay.
working on array methods, the method is for which object? You know we have array
The
methods, we have string methods, we have object methods, like the object methods. We have like different methods, even regex extract methods, but you can take that as string anyway. But yeah, we have different methods. Array methods are for arrays. Of course, some can work for arrays and they can
okay.
also work for strings. String methods are for strings, are for the object string. You know, when we talked about objects, we talked about object methods. And then the thing is, everything in JavaScript is basically an object. Now we have the numbers object, we have this string, we have the object. When I say object, I'm talking about this. For example, now this. If you look for the type, if you do type of now, you're going to get object. We have no, so all of them they are like part of a bigger thing. For example, numbers, all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, they are part of a bigger thing, and that bigger thing is the numbers object. Now, when we pass in this as a parameter using spread syntax, this is now going to take everything that I'm going to pass while calling it. It will take everything and put them inside one array. In other words, it will transfer all my input data into, it will push all my input data inside a single array. That's what using the spread syntax here does. So now, in other words, this arg, and that's why I console.logged it for you guys to see. This arg itself is now an array, which is the parameter that I passed there, although using spread syntax, is now an array of all my input elements. So if you want to use array methods on it, you are going to use it on the array. You are going to use the method on the array, not on the function. So it's the array, and the array in question here is
Okay, so can
arg.
I?
Yeah, yeah, you can bail him out, yeah. But Mr. Oji, do you understand now
Okay,
why you're not using it on the function?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, I'm listening.
okay, so let sum is equals to 0, and the next line should be sum plus or equals to
It's what I okay.
equal plus or equals to arg minus 1 minus 1 arg minus 1. Oh, no working.
Nan. What is
Oh,
ARG? You cannot, it's like you are saying array, this whole array minus one. That's why it's giving you not a number. ARG is not a number. ARG is an array.
oh.
So who is going to give me an array? Like who is going to solve this thing for me using array methods? Please. You guys have been doing your tasks, right? Or nobody has done any task on higher order functions here. If you have done a task on higher order functions, please can you signify if you have done a task on higher order functions? And that was 2 weeks ago. No, last week. Um, please, if you have done a task on higher order functions, can you please signify? Ah, Miss Anu, you just started with us,
Yes, sir.
like from scratch
No, I joined the class last week, I guess.
last week.
Yes.
But do you have any knowledge on JavaScript?
No, no.
Okay, then actually you are in the wrong class. There's actually a class for you guys. Uh, the person taking it is Dami. That's the name of the person taking it. The link was sent today. I think we and are you on the Slack channel?
Okay, yeah. I just saw this one on the WhatsApp. That's why I joined,
Ah, okay, that's cool.
actually.
Yeah, you can watch though, but you can watch. You can watch. But you know the time for your own classes, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Sean posted it on the announcement channel today. Okay, that's cool. So we have a newbie with us. Welcome. So who did a task on at least one task on higher order functions 2 topics ago? That means you guys have not been doing your task. Oh. The cat is out of the bag. So nobody can add this for us using array method. Ha. Okay. Well, I'll do it. But wait, really? Miss Busari. Hello? Miss Busari. Miss Joyce. Interesting. Okay. You guys should do your task, oh, because especially what we are going to learn today. This is what it is. Okay.
So sir, can we use for each method to
And
make it work?
yes, you can use for each method. For each method will work. Well, I'm waiting for you.
Okay, clean the sum then. That's variable. Clean the rest declare it for 4 brackets.
Eh?
4.
This is a loop. I don't want a loop like this. I want an array method. Like I'm talking about dots for each, dots reduce, dots.
Okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah. That's what I
okay.
want.
ARG dot for each.
Okay.
ARG dot for each
Yes.
bracket. No, no, not there.
Yeah, my bad.
Then okay, sum. Put sum there. Sum
Mhm.
is equals
Ah.
then arrow
Okay. Okay.
is equals then arrow then put um so you can put then put ARG plus God, how this
What's this
put
sum? This sum. Wait, wait. This sum that I put here. What does it represent? Let me charge
um
this. What does it represent?
the sum there is the parameter.
What does it represent? What is that parameter representing in this case? Let me boost it up. We don't have time.
The
And what we are doing today,
okay
what we are going into today is a bit insane. Okay, so this sum here is it represents each element inside our array, in this case ARG. So it represents 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. And this for each, like every array method, is like a mini loop that iterates through the whole array. So each time this sum is going to take the value of one element. The first time is going to take the value of one, the second time is take the value of two, and so on and so forth. So here, what you are going to have is not sum. You can name it sum, but it is not the sum. So I don't want to confuse people. It is each element. So let me use each in this case even. So if I say each, and then if it's for each you want to use, that means you have to actually declare sum up here. If you're using for each. So let's see. So yeah, this will give you the sum of everything. This is if you want to use for each method. This is it. Makes everything easy and it makes life simple. However, if you want to use reduce, okay, should I do it before after? So you can say let this time around I'll use summation be equal to arg dot reduce. This takes in
bracket.
here continue. Who is talking?
The first A slash B comma A should be the first one, the accumulator.
Uh-huh.
Then that one should be the one that counts it. Put B.
The one that counts it. What do you mean the one that counts it?
That is the one that goes to the A is the accumulator that stores it. Then the B should be the one that goes through the array.
Okay, okay, continue,
Then
continue.
equals
Uh-huh.
then callback and some A plus B. Returns A plus B. Yes. Is it correct?
You see with your own eyes. So can you see
Okay.
this and this? So guys, you guys have to do better. Let me put it that way. You guys really, really have to do better. These are very, 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 very extremely simple things. Yeah. But of course, if you have not done your task, it's no surprise that you guys are not able to solve it. Because things like this, you might understand it on the particular day when I was teaching, but if you don't practice it, it will fly away as fast as the wind. So, yeah, we have that for that.
But sir, can we still use the for loop inside that function bar? For instance, maybe I want to use the for loop. Do I did for each, like the for in
Yeah,
loop
yeah, yeah. You can use for loop. You can use for, let's say, const each of
each
arg,
of.
but that's way longer. That's why we use. This is just one line. That's why I prefer using this.
Okay. All right.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. So yeah, that is the end. I guess yeah, that is the end. So here we have questions, and we are not going to solve it now. We are going to solve the questions during our revision class, which is on Friday. There are few anyways. So we are going to solve questions during our revision class on Friday. So please make sure you watch the videos. I really hope the last one saved, which I doubt. I really doubt it saved. Oh, I can save it. Okay, now I'm saving it. Cool. So yeah, that's one for last class. So for yesterday. So yeah, please and please do the tasks. It's for your own good. Doing the task will not do anything to me if you guys do it, whether you do it or not. But so that you guys will be able to answer questions and understand more. Because the truth of the matter is, this thing is no more getting easier. Like it is getting tougher and tougher and tougher. To the extent that at a point I even think we are going too fast. But if you guys were doing your task, I would not be scared for you guys. But since you guys are not doing your task, I think we might just be going too fast. So please do your task. Try to catch up. It's not going to be easy, especially from this point onward. And then our next topic, which is meant for today, not because of technical issues we had last time. Our next topic is regex, regular expressions. Yes,
Jesus Christ.
there was why are you scared of regular? The name is even regular. They don't say they are irregular expressions.
So
So
I've seen those codes before. They're just series of slash slash slash.
no worry. God will help us. So yeah, this is it. And it's not even that long anyways. So and now we'll be doing regex, regular expressions, what they are. Each the main, the regular, the simplest of them, that's what we'll be doing today. The complex ones, well, they have given you an handout, or how can I call it, to help you along the way, and also by doing the task you get to know it more. However, today I will not be the one taking you regex. The person that will be taking you regex is let me see, is one of our best, and yeah, his name sounds like regex too. Mr. Raj is going to be the one taking us today. So I really, really, really advise you guys to listen to him, because regex can seem difficult, it can seem annoying, but trust me, at least the basic part of regex is not hard. Let me put it that way. It is like when you are going deeper and deeper and trying to manipulate and do stuff that gets hard. But the simple things here that is going to teach you, they are not difficult. So I implore you guys to listen to him and do not fret. It is going to be easy and a smooth ride. So without further ado, I introduce to you Mr. Raj. Mr. Raj, please can you take over? Are you
Yeah,
going to use your laptop or I should use mine?
I will use my laptop because I have to like write out some stuff.
Okay, cool. Can you also record for them?
You want me to do the recording? All right, no problem. I can do that.
Okay, let me save this then. So please, I'm begging you, listen. Please. Thank you.